KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle Team in association with MTK Global. What are you doing?
Nothing, I'm just on. I'm a roll.
Cold, isn't it?
It's not cold. My friend there from Yorkshire is coming in just a t-shirt. Have you seen the film Twilight with all wolves that walk around with like no top on? It's a Yorkshire thing. We don't feel cold.
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see how cold you are.
Yo, keep your hands off my nipples.
Right, you know what? It's all about the fight now. We're not going to talk race issues. We're not going to talk about looky men. We're not going to talk about, you know, all this stuff. I've just had it for 2 days. The big race debate.
Listen, you know what? Don't get, as you some say, get gassed by people just trying to poke and stir up. It's something and nothing. I'm not even biting that. I actually find it amusing that people are trying to make an issue out of this silly little something.
We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. If you found anything on, you heard this week offensively, we're sorry. If you didn't find it offensively, Johnny, come on.
All right.
People found things offensive. That's up to them. But you know. But one thing we don't do is we don't ignore racism.
No, we don't.
What?
Nothing.
We don't ignore it.
Yeah, we'll talk about what happened yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Off camera.
What happened?
Don't know, man. I was in the back of a police car. They beat me, massa.
Right. Let's talk about the actual fight now. Give me the case for BELLEW to win.
You know what? The case is, BELLEW, I've worked with Tony. So I know when he talks about boxing, he knows his boxing. He's not a hustler. He's a historian of the game. He can spot when a fighter's shot. He can spot when a fighter's hustling his way through. He can spot when a fighter's potentially going to be good. And even before he shouted at David HAYE, he said, I'm going to world title, I'm going to fight David. He's gone. He's got nothing left. And I said, have you seen something I haven't? And so basically he looked at David's 2 fights, his previous fights, and said, he looked at David's fights and said to himself, you know what, he's flat-footed, he's no longer the fighter he was, so therefore he's hustling everybody. You know, you're buying into this. We all just were happy David was back in the mix. But Tony's seen that, thought he's gone. I'm going to get him now before people realise that. This is how Tony's looked at it. I saw Tony in a public workout the other day and I thought, you know what, the way he's throwing the shots, nice and fast and sharp and crisp, it's not going to be as easy for David to just jump all over him like he has his last 2 opponents. David's got to try and get inside that jab, get inside his move. David's got to get hit to get close to Tony. So if Tony's sharp and on point, he's going to make it hard for him. The problem is, because David hits so hard, if Tony makes one mistake, leaves one gap, one opening, and David gets that shot in, we know he's going to rock Tony, but Tony's prepared to do that. How Tony's been winding David up in a clever way over the last 2 days is perfect, because he wants David to come to him like a rabid dog. Forget about game plan. And if he does that, then it gives Tony more of a chance, because David's going to be in close. He's going to be trying to throw the shots, he can slip the shots and pop him. So that works for Tony. So I understand what Tony's doing. Tony had a wry smile on his face every time David bites and gets smiled. You think, I've got you. So to me, it's just a hard one. If David is not the old David HAYE, you know, and this version of David HAYE gets in the ring with Tony come Saturday night, I see where Tony's coming from. But looking how David's trained, I reckon he'll come in about 15 stone. He's never trained as hard since the Audley Harrison fight, because his bragging rights at stake, his career's at stake. So I reckon David, if he comes about 15 stone, he'll be on point, he'll train like a maniac. But the thing is, what will happen if we get past 3-4 rounds? No matter what Father Time catches up on it. I know when I was boxing at 36 years old, I had to try and control the pace of my opponent, because if the tempo was high, he'd gas me out. You know, you'd hustle your way through, you'd walk around the ring, you'd hold on to him, you'd lean onto him, David don't fight like that. He's an explosive fighter. So for 3, 4, 5 rounds, David can do that. I want to see what happens if we get past that stage.
How did you see the first 30 seconds going?
Stalkers. A couple of stalkers.
You don't think David...
I just think the second one good punch is landed by either fighter, the fight explodes. That second, because there's that much pride at stake, he's not going to give an inch. And as soon as one good shot is landed, boom, 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 that's when it gets silly.
Who do you want to win and who do you think will win?
I like both guys, and why would you ask me such a silly question?
What?
Why would you ask me such a silly question?
That's a silly question. Let's break it down for you. Django. Right? Who do you think's going to win?
Well, I don't see what Tony sees, so I think Davey's going to win. But
that means Bellew's going to win. If you're picking it, you're picking it. He's got to go with the other man.
What I saw of Tony the other day in the public workout, I thought, we may have a problem here. Oh, David may have a problem here because this guy looks sharp. He looks lively. He looks hungry. So it's hard, man. It's hard. It's the only fight I'm happy to get splinters up the crack of my ass because I can see why both fighters would win. I can see why both fighters would lose, and I like both guys. So it's just hard.
And who do you want to win?
Why will you ask me such stupid questions?
All right, what do you ask me?
Who do you want to win?
I want boxing to win.
No, ask me then.
No, you can't use my answer. You can't use my answer.
Oh, I ain't answering you.
All right, cool.
I ain't answering you. I like both guys, and I ain't answering you. I'm stuttering.
All right, Johnny Nelson, thank you very much for talking to iFilm TV.
Don't bitch
Catch you
at me.
soon, mate.